Hello everyone, welcome to KPU International's Fall 2021 registration webinar. My name is Stephanie and I'm a Global Engagement Manager with the advising team. I will be your facilitator for today. Firstly, I would like to acknowledge that at KPU, we work, study, and live in a region south of the Fraser River, which overlaps with the unceded traditional and ancestral lands of the Kwantlen, Musqueam, Katzie, Semiahmoo, Tsawwassen, Kaikait, and Quiqualan peoples. We thank them for having cared for the lands and waters since time out of mind. I would like to thank everyone for being here. Many of you are joining us from all over the world. We are excited to be part of your journey to the Canadian education and would like to let you know that we're here to support. Before we welcome our presenter for today's registration webinar, I would like to quickly go over a couple of housekeeping items. I'm sure you have lots of questions and inquiries for today, whether they are related to registration, admissions, or generally life as an international student in Canada. Throughout today's session, please feel free to leave your questions in the Q&A box on the right side of the screen. A number of staff from KPU International will try to answer as many of your questions as they can. If it is a recurring question, they will publish the question and answer for all of you to see. So before posting your question in the Q&A box, make sure to review the questions that are already answered and shared publicly. Second, I would like to let everybody know that we will be recording today's session and sharing the video with students. Please keep an eye on email communication for later this week to find the link to the video. Now, without further ado, we will turn the time over to the presenter of the day. Leah is an international academic advisor at KPU International with extensive experience in working with international students. Leah, please feel free to start your presentation.
Thank you, Steph. Just a moment here. All right, welcome everyone. I'm sure you're all very excited to be starting KPU very shortly. So for today, the purpose of the webinar is to help you learn KPU's course registration system and how to troubleshoot common registration errors that you may come across. We will also go over essential information such as accessing KPU email, the university calendar, important dates and deadlines, as well as the KPU Peer Mentorship program. Before we begin with registration, you need to know that KPU operates 3 academic semesters per calendar year. The calendar year runs from September to August, and the 3 terms are fall, spring, and summer. The fall semester runs from September to December, which is this upcoming term. Spring is from January to April, and the summer semester is from May to August. Please note that registration for each semester starts 1.5 months before the semester begins. This means for your second semester, which will be the spring semester, you will be able to register for classes in mid-November. So it is important to do course planning ahead of time. Just a quick reminder, at KPU, a student who's enrolled in 9 or more credit hours in a semester is considered to be full-time. If you are interested in applying for a post-graduation work permit upon your graduation in the future, you must maintain your full-time enrollment throughout the studies except for during scheduled breaks. Please note, KPU's scheduled break includes one of the fall, spring, or summer semester, provided the student remains enrolled full-time at KPU in the term preceding the break and in the term following the break. For you to be able to access any KPU account, you will need to use your ID and password. Your user ID is your student number, which can be found in box number 4 in your letter of acceptance. Your default password is your date of birth entered in the following format. For example, if your date of birth is January 1st, 2000, you will enter 01, the first 3 letters of your month with the first letter being capitalized, and then the year of your birth. Please note that the default password must be changed after the first login. Before we start registering for classes, it is important to note what your registration date is. Each semester, every admitted student is issued a registration date, usually 2 months before the semester starts. This is the date and time on which you have your first opportunity to register in classes for a given semester. It is important to take advantage of this date because the longer you wait, the more chances that the classes are getting filled up. To find out your registration date, click on Prepare for Registration. Enter Fall 2021 as the term and click Continue. This will give you a summary of your registration status. You can also see if there is any hold on your account here, and at the very bottom you will find your registration date and time. Please note that the time zone is Pacific time, so local to Vancouver and the Lower Mainland. If you are outside this region, it will be your responsibility to check the time difference in advance so that you can start your registration at the appropriate time. Now that we know your registration date and time, let's go back to the main registration page. And now we're going to click Register for Classes and select Fall 2021 as your term and then click Continue. Once you click Continue, you will receive a pop-up notification informing you that an action item is pending. You must clear this action item in the system to continue with the registration process. Follow the steps provided in this following link on the screen, kpu.ca/registration/action items for more information. It will look something like this, and we'll have a short video to play. So click on Continue to proceed. Once you click Continue, click on the social insurance number link. Next, if you happen to have a social insurance number, you may go ahead and enter it and then select I have entered my correct SIN and then click Save. However, most new international students who will be starting in fall will not have a social insurance number at this time. In this case, you can select the option I've not entered a SIN, as I do not have one at this time. Once you select this option, click Save. After you click Save, you will see that the pending status changed to completed. Click on the Continue button to go back to the main registration page. So now, for you to enroll in classes, in the Register for Classes icon, you'll want to select your term and click Continue. So this is where you can search for courses available for a given semester. You may use the advanced search feature if you wish to find classes on a specific campus, a specific day, time, or taught by a specific instructor. When searching for a course in the subject field, it is important to enter the course name and not the program name. For example, if your program name is Business Management Diploma, do not search for Business Management in the subject field. Instead, you must search for the specific course that is part of your program. To find a list of courses that are part of your program, you'll want to refer to the university calendar, which is online. So I'm going to switch my screen and go to my browser so that we can have a look on how to find the calendar. Just a moment, hang tight. Okay, so now I'm at my browser. And you may access the university calendar by going to ONE.KPU.ca, which is our portal for all applications and resources online. And here you can search by typing in university calendar at the top and look at the search results. So I'm going to click on university calendar now. Also helpful to note, you can also directly just type in calendar.kpu.ca and it will always bring you to the current version of the university calendar. So now that we're on this very valuable page, we'll go to the left-hand side and click on Faculties and Programs A to Z. Here you will find a list of all the programs offered by KPU. You may also find your program based on your faculty on the left-hand side. As an example, to find the program requirements for Business Management Diploma program, click on the School of Business and then next you can click on Business Management and select Diploma in Business Management. So here we come to the program page of this particular program, and there's usually at least 2 or 3 tabs. So click on the second tab, which is the Requirements tab. This will give you a list of all the courses that you must complete to graduate from this program. Let's say one of the courses that we want to take next semester is BUCU or BUQU 1130 or Business Mathematics 1130. So we'll need to have that information in mind as we search the timetable. So now I'm going to switch back to my presentation. Please hang tight. Okay, so we'll continue on. So on our registration page, we will click to search Business and Quantitative Method and then enter the course number and click Search. Now going back, if we had clicked on Open Sections Only, that will give you a list of all the classes open for a specific course. If you click on Advanced Search, there are other features that you can use to search for campus, specific meeting days, course term, instructor, and more. If you select some of these options, you might be narrowing down your options, so you might not be able to get as many options in terms of the courses that are available. Before registering for any class, please note down the campus and timing of your class as well as your final exam. You can also find the number of credits for your courses, what your course is worth under the credits column. Please note that KPU offers classes on 5 different campuses: Surrey, Richmond, Langley, Cloverdale, and Civic Plaza. Not all courses are offered on every campus each semester. For example, CAD students will find that most of their courses are only offered on Cloverdale campus. When looking at class timing, please note that sometimes you will find the class timing at the top and the exam timing at the bottom, while other times you will find the exam timing at the top and the class timing at the bottom under the meeting times column. So please be careful when reading each line under meeting times. Whenever adding a specific class to your schedule, make sure you do not have any time conflict with another class that has already been added to your schedule. This includes making sure that your final exam for classes does not fall on the same day and time. If you have classes at different campuses on the same day, please ensure that you have enough time to commute between campuses. So let's suppose that we wanted to add this specific section to our schedule. The campus is Langley. Class time is Wednesday at 1, and the final exam is Wednesday at 12 noon. Click the button Add. This will put the class into our summary panel in the bottom right-hand corner. Next, make sure that the Register option is selected in the drop-down menu, and then click Submit. If we are successfully placed into the class, the registration status will change to Registered. If the number of seats available for this specific class was full, you will get an error, Close section, this section is full. This means that you cannot register in this specific section. You may register for a different section offered for the same course, which has seats available, or you may waitlist for the full section. To waitlist, you will click on the drop-down menu, and you will be able to see the option waitlist. Once you select waitlist, you would click submit. If you are successfully placed on the waitlist, the registration status will be changed to waitlisted. As soon as the seat opens up, you will be notified through email to your KPU email account. At this stage, checking your KPU email regularly is highly important because once you receive the email, you will have 24 hours to go back to your account and register for the class. If you miss the 24-hour expiry period, the seat will be given to the next student at the top of the wait list. Now, if you wanted to drop a class, on this page, you would simply select drop from the drop-down menu and then click submit. And this can be done up to the add drop deadline for the term. Okay, so next let's add another class. This time we'll try to add a class that has a lab component. So we'll search for Chem 1110, Chemistry 1110. Please note that many of the science courses, such as chemistry, physics, and biology, have a lecture and a lab component. You must select both the lab and the lecture component to register for the class. The lab component will show as 0 credits, while the lecture component will show as 4 credits. As you can see in the credits column. And you can also see that they are linked under the status column. Ensure that register is selected in the drop-down menu and click submit. So as you can see, we were not successful in registering in Chem 1110. We received an error in the top right hand. If you check at the top, it will provide you with more details regarding the error. So it says prerequisites/co-requisites are unmet. This means that there are certain requirements for this course that I do not currently meet. If you click on the course subject, you will find more details regarding the course. Under the course description, you will find a brief description of the course, as well as any prerequisites or co-requisites listed for the course. A prerequisite is a requirement that must be met before registering for a given course, whereas a co-requisite is a requirement that can be fulfilled either before or at the same time as when you take a given course. If you are a science student, please note that you are required to have grade 12 math of the BC High School curriculum or equivalent to register for university level mathematics, chemistry, and physics courses. If you do not have grade 12 math, you may register for other courses that are part of your program that does not require math in your first semester. However, once you arrive in Canada, please see an international advisor to learn about the different pathways that you can do to fulfill your grade 12 math requirement. It will be extremely important that you do reach out to us early. All right, so let's talk about common registration errors. These are the following most common registration errors that you would come across. Closed section error. So this error is received if the section that you are trying to register for is full. You may either waitlist for the section or check if another section is available with open seats. Prerequisite, co-requisite unmet. You will receive this error if you are missing specific requirements that must be completed before and/or simultaneously with a given course. Please refer to the course description page to find out the specific prerequisite and co-requisite requirements. Time conflict error. You will see this error if you try to register for courses that either has classes or exam on the same day or time. Linked error. This error is shown if you do not register for both the lab and the lecture component at the same time. As mentioned before, at KPU as well as at many other Canadian institutions, all science programs, including Bachelor's in Science and Biology and Bachelor's in Health Science, require students to take university-level math, physics, chemistry, and biology courses. Except for biology, grade 12 math with a minimum grade of C is a requirement for many of these university-level science courses. Students who do not currently meet this requirement will see prereq co-req not met error when registering for university-level physics, chemistry, or math courses. All right, so at KPU, you will find these common types of classes: full term, intersession, qualifying courses, online courses, blended, and in-person courses. So we'll go into these details in the following slides. So full term classes are the most common type where classes take place for the entire term. For example, for the fall term, it will be September to December. Intersession classes are condensed classes that run approximately 1.5 months. Compared to full-term courses, intersession courses have more classes than you will need to attend each week. This also means that you will need to double the amount of time you'll need to allot for studying and preparing for your class. These courses are offered in 2 sessions, one at the beginning of the semester and one in the middle of the semester. For example, for fall 2021, Session 1 classes start on September 7th and end on October 18th, while Session 2 classes start on November 1st and end on December 11th. Please note that the deadline for adding and dropping these classes is different from full-term courses. As these are accelerated courses, please see an advisor before registering for an intersession course. Qualifying courses are preparatory courses that allow you to upgrade your skills and knowledge to be able to take an undergraduate course. For example, a student who did not study high school grade 12 math may take math qualifying courses to upgrade his knowledge before taking a university level mathematics course. Qualifying courses end with a Q. For example, ENGQ for English qualifying, or MATQ for math qualifying. Please note that these courses do not count towards your undergraduate credits. In online classes, face-to-face in-class activities and lectures are replaced by online readings, online assignments, and online projects. You must be a self-learner and have good time management skills to succeed in online courses. Each class can look different in terms of whether the learning takes place synchronously or asynchronously. So that means whether they will have some live components where you need to be on your computer to have a live lecture, or some courses are completely asynchronous where you would need to check in, but you don't have to attend a live session. So when you are in the registration system, looking at the timetable, in the campus column, you will see that it will say online as the campus for a fully online course. KPU will offer some courses in a blended format in fall 2021, which would include both on-campus, in-person delivery, as well as online learning as part of the curriculum. Courses requiring on-campus in-person delivery will be noted in the timetable as partially online, as you can see circled in yellow. So you are aware of this requirement. The campus of the in-person component will be indicated as well. So as you can see in this example, the Richmond campus is circled. In-person courses will show what type of class it is and the campus name on the registration system. Please note in this example, the type of class is indicated as lecture and the campus is Surrey. Okay, so we've talked a lot about registration, so let's switch gears a bit and talk about other important information for new international students at KPU. So here's a bit of a checklist that we'll talk about for the rest of our presentation. Before you arrive in Canada and at KPU, it is important to complete the following to-do list. We will go over each item in more detail in the next few slides. Number 1, you must familiarize yourself with ONE.KPU. So we had previously seen that when I was on my browser. It is a platform that allows you to access many KPU applications without needing to sign in again and again. It also is helpful because if you're not sure what application or web page to go to, you can often type it in the search bar and it will provide you a resource to click. So please add the following apps shown here to your favorites on the menu. So simply when the icon is there, you can click the little heart and it will become your favorite once you're signed in. So these include the university calendar, student email, dates and deadlines, international orientation, course website, register for classes, online self-service, and the iSent app. The app can be added to your favorites by simply clicking on the heart icon, as I had mentioned, and we'll go over each app in the next few slides. So, very importantly, as soon as you're admitted to KPU, so that means right now, you must regularly check your KPU email, not your personal email account anymore. All KPU students are automatically provided with a KPU email account. Your user ID and password for this account are the same as for ONE.KPU. The KPU email is used for university communications, including emails from instructors, advisors, and important notices from the university, such as from the registrar's office or the president's office. It will also include emails like class registration, waitlist notifications, and class cancellations. If you wish to email anyone within KPU, please do so using your student KPU email account and not your personal account. Highly recommended by current students is to download this app to your smartphone. If you are a smartphone user and you use it every day, download your Outlook and attach your student email so that you are getting the emails live when you need, and you can also send your emails from there. Next is the online self-service portal. So this is an important tool that you'll be using frequently. You can use this tool to pay your tuition fee, check your grades, view your unofficial transcript, and update your personal information, such as address and telephone number. Some of us may be moving to Canada or may switch, rental suites. So when you do that or your phone number changes, please go online and update so that the university has your current information and we can contact you as needed. So next is the university calendar. So again, going back to the browser demonstration I showed you, we went to the university calendar. This is an extremely important page that you will come back to time and again, because it acts as the official guide to KPU's academic programs. So you'll consult your university calendar to plan your courses and ensure that you're on track to graduate for your specific program. Before starting your classes each semester, it is important to review the dates and deadlines page. Go to kpu.ca/registration/dates. And this page outlines the first day when classes start, the 100% refund date for dropping classes, 70% refund deadline, and no refund deadline. You may also see the tuition payment deadline as well as any university closure pages, university closure dates. The next item on your to-do list is to download the iSent app. The iSent app is designed to help new students through the process of coming to Canada and KPU. It includes several key features such as pre-departure checklists outlining things that you need to do before leaving your home country, arriving checklist, things you need to do for arriving in Canada. You can also use this app to upload and send your temporary resident visa, your TRV, and study permit to us. Next is attending the orientation. You can go to this app on ONE.KPU or go to this website, kpu.ca/international/orientation, to find out more about the new student orientations as well as the online orientation for KPU students. Next is KPU Moodle. This is an important tool that you should check frequently. This is a learning management system that KPU supports for online learning. Instructors often use Moodle in different ways depending on their teaching styles and what works best for their courses. You may be required to complete quizzes or submit assignments through Moodle or participate in online discussion forums. So once the term starts, you can basically think about Moodle as your online classroom. Likely, even if your classroom is on campus or in any other mode, most likely you will have a Moodle for each course that you are enrolled in. So it's something that you'll be checking on a regular basis. So please get familiarized with your KPU Moodle. At KPU International, we also have extra support for new international students, where each new student is paired up with a fellow KPU student or new graduate who's been here and gone through the experience, and you can help. They can help you to get answers on different issues and questions throughout your first semester. This is a great opportunity to get connected to a group of new students and participate in socials throughout the semester. Details of this program will be sent to you to your KPU email before the semester starts, so make sure to check your email account regularly. You will likely enjoy this program. To prepare yourself for the Canadian classroom, make sure you have a laptop or tablet and stable internet connection, which is your expectation. Our expectation for students, so that you can access and complete the online components of your course. If you are not familiar with academic integrity and plagiarism, we highly recommend you to complete the Academic Integrity Recognition course on Moodle before your first semester. If you would like to develop your writing skills, please attend the writing workshops offered for free by the Learning Centers, which is a student service we have at KPU, which is also your ultimate resource for any academic challenges. So we come to the end of the webinar. If you have further questions, please book an appointment with an international advisor at advisorconnect.kpu.ca. We will be offering daily drop-in sessions as well, which are short sessions that you can, which are first come, first served. You can go to our website for the latest schedule. We will be having some extended drop-ins later this month. We are also available via phone every day except Wednesdays 1 to 4 p.m. Again, local Vancouver time. If you prefer to submit your question by email, you may connect with us via internationalstudents@kpu.ca. Thank you and have a great start to KPU.
Thank you very much, Leah. I'm just going to change the screen. Awesome. Thank you once again, Leah. It was a pleasure to have you with us. I hope everyone enjoyed the presentation. And before we finish the webinar, I would like to remind all of you that we will be sharing the recording of this session later this week to make sure that you can review the information prior to your registration. Since we have a few minutes remaining until the scheduled end time, we will continue responding to some of the questions that are posted on the Q&A box after we end the webinar session. So if you would like to stick around during the time, please feel free to do so. Once again, if you have questions that are not answered during today's webinar, please feel free to contact the international office. As Leah kindly shared with us, you can email us at internationalstudents@kpu.ca or book an appointment with one of our advisors through advisorconnect.kpu.ca. This concludes the webinar. Thank you all for attending. We hope you have learned a lot and enjoyed the session, and wish you the best in your first semester at KPU. Thank you.